Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Hellenica, where we are currently having problems with with dangerous. Oh. There we go. You can't do that, but you should be able to... Or get him, yeah. This could be painful. Nice. Got rid of the mask. You survived! Of course you did. Oh, this could be painful. I don't think Skylex is going to survive. I don't think... Oh, you did survive. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going to do that. Oh, something. Wait a minute. Yep. We're going to do that. We're going to heal you. And then you... I'm going to do that. There we go. Nice little backstab. Bah! We'll meet again, girl. Ah! I overkilled the guy who teleported away. Just have the brute left. Ow. And we're going to multi-rogue him to death. We're gonna pretty much hit him with everything. Brasidius went down, but oh well. He soaked a lot of damage, and that's pretty much his... Oh, there he goes. His job. $250 damage total with Nyx. Oh well. And here I thought our sojourn in Hades was the last time I'd cheat death. I am glad to see you. I didn't think our paths would cross again so soon, though I see Skylex has managed to keep you alive in my stead. Come on, Nick. Skylex could never replace you. He doesn't have your sense of style. This is correct. I've never seen someone wear so many belts and done so creatively. This might be a good idea. She's joking, right? I wouldn't bet on it. How did you know who I was? Your reputation precedes you. You're the last of the Magians and a thorn in Artaxerxes' side. We were going to seek you out as an ally, but then you disappeared. Rumors say you left this land chasing legends beyond the North Wind. Chasing legends? Ha! Perhaps I even caught some. Let's not waste any more time. We must see Greek name I can't pronounce. I am Greek, I know, but the person playing me cannot pronounce that. Epaminondas. He'll know what to do. He always does. Your boss isn't here? It's good form for a railroad baron to stay close to his railroads. Though if the Persians know enough to strike at us here, then perhaps there will be little use for that subterfuge much longer. Woo! Okay, the citizen of bosses. Let's go to him first. Epaminondas, we need to talk. I am happy to listen to the concerns of any ordinary thief. However, I'm on my way to an important railroad meeting. Perhaps we can discuss whatever you need later. Somewhere private. Sir, we don't have time for subterfuge. We always have time for subterfuge. Thieves' safety and the peace of mind are only possible because we wage our wars in secret. It won't do us any good now. Headquarters has been destroyed. That can't be. Since the Shadow's founding 15 years ago, no one from the outside has learned of our headquarters location. Someone must have betrayed us. It was Pindar, wasn't it? I was always suspicious of him. Pindar died at the base. Are you sure it was him? Did you identify the body? Sir. Then who found us? The Persians, sir. Remember the rumors we had heard about their masked forces? Tales of them wielding fire as hot as Hephaestus' furnace and striking like a lightning bolt from Zeus? Fanciful excuses, no doubt, invented by some cowardly mercenary company to excuse their incompetence. But they do have masks. Their fire probably wasn't as hot as Hephaestus' furnace, but still hurt a lot. Sir, having fought these masked Persian immortals, I can verify that report was accurate. Hephaestus' crooked leg it is. Persia might be the greatest nation on earth, but they're a nation of men, not gods. Go look at the charred corpses of your countrymen, if you won't believe us. I would never accuse Nyx of lying, yet how can this be? Persia hasn't even entered the age of steam. They're still using wicker shields. Sir, you do know as well as I that it doesn't always take great armies or physical prowess to win battles. Of course, I just never imagined. Were there any survivors? Only a handful. It would have been worse had Diona and her allies not arrived when they did. Diona, praise your goddess for sending you to us in our hour of need. My allies go where the huntress directs me. Is that so? To us it just looked like you were wandering haphazardly. Well, you certainly picked the right time to come to Thebes. But who's this? He looks like a Persian. Is he a prisoner? Don't be silly. He's our friend. Your friend? His countrymen have just slaughtered my people. He's probably playing friend until he can get that blade of his on our necks. Take that back. Brass, I don't think... That barbarian has spilled more Persian blood than you have. He's my brother in battle and not some cowardly assassin. And he's the last of the Magians. A Magian? I thought the last one died in Hyperborea. I may have come close to death, but the fire still burns in my veins. And thank you, Brass. I'm glad to be your brother. Maybe Sparta can adopt you. That won't be necessary. Okay, let's keep talking. What will you do now? We need to learn more about how the Persians did this and defang them before they can strike again. I might even take the pleasure of attending to them personally. You always told me passion was our greatest enemy. Not now, Nyx. So, remember what happened to Pelopidas when... Don't you dare use his memory like this. She was just trying to help. If you want to help, we need information. Our spy network is fractured, but the citizens of Thebes are far traveled and loose-lipped. See if you can learn anything from them. You want us to gather rumors. Even rumors can reveal the shape of the truth. Report anything of interest back to me and I'll run it by the contacts we still have and figure out how we can retaliate. Yes, sir. She does not like that gossiper. Is there anything I can look at? No. Even citizen bosses. There's something here and there's something here. Did you feel that tremor earlier? It knocked my clock off the wall. Do you think gods are angry? My friend in Attica keeps warning me that Poseidon is insulted by the railroad. Your friend is crazy. If the Bull of the Sea had something against our city, believe me, you would know. Remember what happened to Corinth? That's true. That wasn't an earthquake. It's actually the shadows testing some kind of secret weapon. I think they're eyeing Macedon. By Hephaestus, not this again. For the last time, there's no secret Theban spy network. Plus, even if hypothetically speaking there were, they fell. I mean, why would the shadows want to target Macedon? I thought it was mostly trees and cows. But that's just it. My cousin's friend's wife heard that Macedon there developed a way to make wooden steam engines that use cow droppings for fuel. instead of coal. Wait, what? Wouldn't a wooden steam engine catch fire? It would, except the Macedonians have a secret polishing technique which makes the wood impossible to light on fire. That's the secret the shadows are willing to kill to get. Someone's been huffing the steam. You're absolutely right. A wooden steam engine would be invaluable for the shadows' secret doings. What? Okay. Though you'd be better be careful. I hear the shadows have eyes and ears everywhere. They might even be watching right now as we speak. I've said too much! We'll split up! They won't catch us both! Wait, she's just... Don't bother. He's off to hide in the sewers for a day. You've done that before? Sure. Paranoid ramblers like that are great for throwing people off our scent. Hellenica was supposed to meet me here. I hope her train wasn't held up by that trimmer. It didn't seem that bad. Hellenica, praise Hephaestus. Wait, are you bleeding? What happened? Bosses, listen. We need to talk. I wasn't really away on railroad business. There's something I should have told you long ago. Epaminondas won't appreciate that. And he's not in a great mood right now anyways. To Hades with him. I've been so busy trying to keep Thebes safe, I almost forgot why I was doing it. Tomorrow the fates might cut my thread short, so I want to make sure I have no regrets. Or you can wait till tomorrow and see if you're alive. Come on, bosses. Let's talk about this in private. Is that something we should report to Epaminondas? He'll learn about it soon enough. It would only be a distraction now. Okay, they're going off to be alive. Can you believe those Athenians? This has to be some sort of joke the gods are playing. Aren't they tearing up train tracks and terrorizing anyone that looks like a foreigner? I hate to think what those Luddites might do with Athens' navy. That's just the thing, they won't use it. What? I swear to Zeus, my cousin says the Luddite mobs have most of the fleet chained up in the port. Even jailed a few of the sailors that protested. But the navy is the source of Athens' power. The rock of reason is no interest to their wildflower of ignorance and hate. So what are they going to do with the ships? No one knows. Some of the Luddites are screaming they should all be sunk. Oh, yeah, they're pretty much being pushed to cripple Greece against, so it can't resist. Callias and his buddies seem to know that would be a terrible idea, but they don't want to risk the mob turning against them. Yes, an open flame has no loyalties. But from what I've heard talk of Callias' speech, it sounded like they're going to declare war on the world. Good luck doing that without a navy. A comedy! Those mobs and their chicken-hearted leaders wouldn't last 5 minutes against a Spartan regiment. They should stick to hiding behind their walls and inside their steamships like they did in the last Peloponnesian War. The one they won. A powerful fleet being completely neglected. We should remember that when we report to Epaminondas. Okay, let's do some more gossiping. It's been a while since anyone has heard from Anaxagoras. Some say he's gone missing. Anaxagoras? I wish we had a chance to go looking for him. Yep. Don't worry too much. He's handled mightier foes than some technology-hating mob. Wait, where have you heard of him? Well, that is a story far older than your bright little flame, but to say the least, he is a dear friend of mine. Did he have enemies? Plenty. Bandits we drubbed, aristocrats whose schemes we spoiled, and he's broken at least one girl's heart. The Luddites don't like him much for obvious reasons, neither do the Spartan rebels. The Spartan rebels found his presence an insult, evidence that King Axilias had turned his back on tradition. By building steam engines, Spartans can be conservative, more like stubborn mules with the heads of pigs. I hope Athena's looking out for Anaxagoras. He's been a huge inspiration of theomechanists everywhere, and to me. You are a theomechanist. Did you hear? Cyrus' troops have landed in Assyria. I knew he was lying about going to Egypt. Younger brother of the Persian king. Subjects regard him as just and fair. What? Why would he do that? No one's sure, but it looks like he's marching straight towards Persian capital, where he plans on challenging Artaxerxes for the throne. The pretender king's own brother has turned against him. Apparently so. He was intent on collecting the best mercenaries Greece had to offer, after all. I guess all Persia remembers how soundly our hoplites beat them last time we fought. Yeah, but charging into the heart of Persia. Epaminondas will want to know about this. Did you hear the news from Egypt? Seems like the Persian satraps have a full-blown rebellion on their hands. Hasn't Egypt been part of Persia for a century? Why hasn't it tried to break free before now? They did, but their previous efforts met unheralded and bloody ends. Oh well, that explains it. Maybe things will be different now that the Egyptian resistance is being led by a masked superhero. And I keep lisping. Why do I keep lisping? A masked hero? He calls himself the Jekyll. We've heard about him before, Neffel. We've even met him before, though not in this timeline. The Jackal? That's a great hero name! Diona, can we have hero names? You can be the Earth Sign Undertaker, and Brasidius can be the Boulder Basher. Why not just Brass? Skylax, you'll be the Scythian Scythe. I'm from Karyanda, not Scythia. Anyway, it's driving the Persians crazy trying to find him. The Jackal has been robbing the Persian tax collectors and rescuing Indian enslaved Egyptians. The Pretender King won't take that well. Oh, he's furious, declaring martial law and sending whole legions of troops there. But they can't catch the Jackal. No, they say the Jackal can strike as suddenly as a storm in the desert, defeating whole regiments sent after him. Even shrugs off wounds that would have killed a mortal man. Impossible. No, it's true, or at least that's what I heard. More gossip? Did you see the new Theomachini at the main station? It's so lifelike. I'm worried it might be a living machine. Oh, there's nothing really alive about that machine. It's just got a clever bit of clockwork to make it animate like that. How can you be sure? You don't actually have experience with the living machines, do you? The ones the heretics built. Who, the Pythagoreans? Nah, though I really don't see what the big deal with them is. So maybe they were involved in a coup about a century ago, but it's not like we blame Skylac for Persia's invasion. 51 BC, Pythagorean order was accused of trying to overthrow the government of Croton. In retaliation, the Pythagorean lodge was burned down, killing many of its members. That's hardly similar. Yeah, I guess Persia's invasion was only 60 years ago, but Pythagoreans performed the profane rites of infusing life into their own creations of iron and steam. Come on, Diona, there's no way you can do that. It's just tales people tell to children to scare them. The fanciest Theomachini in the world are just a bunch of cleverly arranged mechanical parts. It might seem magical at first, but if you take it apart, it's just the same nuts and gears that all Theomachini function. You can't really make life with them. And what about the Pythagoreans' claim of a coming apocalypse that gods will be powerless to stop? Oh, well, I hope they're wrong about that, or at least that it doesn't happen before I can try out my new portable boiler design. Right, let's talk to Nyx before we talk to him. It's weird that we're gathering rumors. I don't think much of what we're learning is reliable. It is a start. You know, we first learned of Jason of Ferre's invasion plans from a drunk merchant. But Jason never attacked thieves. That's right, he didn't. Oh, that's okay. Did the Shadows know anything about the Persians you know from before? It's the Shadows' duty to know about every power in the world. And even if we failed to see this coming, we weren't completely blind. We knew Artaxerxes was up to something on the Aegean. There were reports of his general Sisyphus meeting with the pirate Pittacus in Crete. We fought him before, too. Who's Pittacus? He's the pirate that gave us really a lot of trouble. Named for his ancestor, Pittacus of Mytilene, a scion of wealthy Mytilene aristocrats, he took to piracy after his island's revolt against Athenian hegemony was put down. He's the closest thing the pirates have to a king. He's got a cruel streak and a stolen Athenian warship. What would the Persians want with pirates? We don't know. Hopefully you can get some leads from your conversations with the citizens. Gossiper. It's crazy, right? I didn't even know Persia had a navy. A big one, too, it seems. Good thing they're only using it against pirates. Excuse me, what was that about pirates? Oh, I was just telling my friend here that the pirates won't be a problem for too much longer. Persia's gotten fed up with them and decided to invade Crete. What? Yeah, I guess after the Athenians pushed them out of the Aegean, they were giving the whole rest of the Mediterranean trouble, so the whole Persian fleet sailed in there to take care of business. That doesn't sound good. The Pretender King's fleet rarely travels this far, are you sure? A couple of my sailing buddies all reported seeing the Persian navy sailing to Crete. I doubt it was for a social call. Unless they're working together. Ha! Yeah, right. That would be terrible if the pirates and Persians decided to work together for some reason. Oh, right. Let's go talk about this somewhere else. Fiona? Ah, Brasidius, we can talk to you. Let's do that. I thought the barbarian king was aligning himself with the pirates. Why would he seek battle with them? I don't think he's seeking battle, just a closer port. Closer port for what? For his invasion. I think you're being over-dramatic. You already know what Athenian steamships will do to Persian triumphs if it comes to war. What curious fortune, then, that the Luddites have decided to lock up the Athenian ships. Hades, we might be in trouble then. We should tell Epaminondas. Blah 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 blah. Ridiculous! Even if Athens wanted to force Rhodes to join its empire, they'd have no way of doing it. Well, according to my wife's cousin, Evagoras has ordered the smelting of high-quality brass for Rhodes' secret weapon project. Why would they need that if they weren't afraid of Athens taking them over? Have you ever been to Rhodes? Not everyone can travel as much as you. Oh wow, you've been to Rhodes? What's it like? Did you see the elevated docks? Ha, of course I did! That's what I'm trying to say! The only way into that city is to have your ship lifted 10 meters into the air by one of their steam-powered cranes to those docks. Rhodes doesn't need to worry about any navy taking them over. Oh, and what about Evagoras? Did you meet him? Ah, a man like that is much too busy to meet with a regular merchant like me. And I forgot to click the name. Sir, we've got some info on the Luddites in Athens. Apparently their hatred of Theomechni is so extreme that they've disabled all their steamships. What? Did they sink them? Not yet. They have them chained up in port, but it might just be a matter of time. I suppose that's one less worry for us, but it does mean the Luddite madness is worse than we anticipated. At least they've done us the favor of handicapping themselves. Except for there's another fleet. We also learned that Cyrus is leading a campaign against his older brother. Is he? So Nix's intuition was correct. But Hephaestus, that's the first good news I've heard all day. You think he'll get rid of Artaxerxes? After what we've seen today, I'd say Cyrus is doomed. But his folly should keep Artaxerxes occupied, blind to our movements while we prepare our counterattack. I'm afraid we bring troubling news. The Pretender King's fleet has set sail. We think they plan on using Crete as a jumping-off point to invade Greece. Hades! And the only navy in Greece capable of stopping them is useless, chained up in... Sir? Get in contact with our agents in Athens. We need a way to sneak a troop to the docks. I'm sure we could manage that, but it's going to be extremely difficult to find our way out once the Athenians learn we're there. We won't need to. If you seek a good death, better to break your spears against the Persians. I don't plan on dying, Spot, not the next week anyway. If the Athenians have no use for their steamboats, then we're happy to take them off their hands. That would give us a navy strong enough to take the fight to the Persians. If we strike now, we could cripple their invasion. Exactly! More sailing? I'm starting to prefer the good death idea. You didn't do sailing this time. I have a bad feeling about this, sir. Too many things can go wrong. Nix, we only have bad choices. This is one I think gives us some hope for victory. We need to strike before the Persian fleet reaches the mainland. Give the orders. We've got some Athenian ships to liberate. Very well, sir. New path unlocked. We have nothing else. My timer just went off. We have only a single path. Just like that. Yep, what was this? Escape from Hades. I think since we're about to do the last path bit here before we get sent back to the future, and back to the past, then I think we'll do another video. What time is it anyway? 6. See you in a little bit. In a little bit.